Hello everybody. This match was sent to me by TheSixthPulsar, and I will be providing commentary on it. Dezpada is a bit of a strange suit. It has a well-rounded loadout which should be capable of taking on any scenario regardless if it was fighting at close or medium range, but it suffers from durability issues, along with having long reload times on its weapons. The melee damage isn't that great either, despite having two melee weapons. Pulsar did really well in this match, so I hope that you enjoy watching. Dezpada has multiple instances to play with, one of which you can see here. These missiles stop to fire, but you can see that they can actually be guided a little bit while they are firing. It seems a little bit similar to the guided missiles on gym sparring. It also has an incom style weapon with these rods. They ended up missing here, but they are basically an advanced version of the tri-blades found on the toe splitter. The instant stun if they hit, but Dezpada can actually lock these on and fire them while boosting. These rapid-firing missiles seem pretty strong. The reload time is a little long, but they can stun an enemy just as well as something like Jag and Shield missiles. This opened up the Wraith to be hit by a powerful melee combo. The triple downswing combo in this suit isn't quite as strong as the ones found on suits like Kyuradog or Gallus J, but it still does more damage than suits that only get a single melee weapon option. The primary doesn't seem like anything special on its own really, but 80% heat for an instant stagger is pretty solid. I think that the overall stun output of this suit is high, but it can have some difficulties chaining them together like some other suits can. It definitely isn't lacking in mid-range power however. The reload times may be long, but it has high power in all of its mid-range weapons. These stop-to-fire missiles do 2600 ballistic damage in total, for example. I think that this was a bit of a misplay here. He had a good chance to just neutral swing this raid from behind, but he overshot and ended up getting hit by the raid in return. But the 40% damage reduction buffers on Dezpada means he didn't take much damage for it, so it goes to show just how effective they can be. This basic shooting combos tore chunks off this raid's HP. It seems like this thing can be a pretty effective raid hunter with its high mid-range damage and good enough stun accumulation. Here again was an absolute nuking potential against raids. In an instant he took the raid down to nearly no HP. Those lock-on rods do gigantic damage if every single one hits, about 3800 base ballistic damage. "18 seconds is kind of long for a reload time on them, but it definitely seems like one of the strongest features on this suit. I will say that the splash radius seems poor on these guided missiles. I would have thought this would have counted as a hit on the GBO1, but apparently not. I think that the Dezpada is relying a lot on these weapon binder buffers for defense. If you're only taking hits on these binders then it's quite durable, but only 70k base HP means that you'll be taking significant amounts of damage if the enemy can aim around them. Finishing off lower HP enemies is definitely no issue though. It has a huge array of weapons to use, so surely something will be available to use at any given moment. If your rapid fire missiles are on reload, then it seems like you really don't have many options to stun accumulate an incoming raid. I guess your best bet in a situation like this would be to try go for raw melee, but it has a lot of risk against a suit like Zizulu. If they are off a reload, then starting the lock-on rod seems like the best combo starter. I don't think that a triple stun combo would be practical with swap time with the guided missiles though. The single saber downswing has a lot of reach and can still hit even near the end of the animation, so it can catch dodge rolls like you see here. It has Vulcans with good range, but they don't have much stagger value. They are useful for cleaning up low HP enemies. I think that this fight could have gone a little better as well. It isn't going to go well trying to swing against a raid of higher melee priority than you, so it might be better to try going for a counter tackle to save the ally in danger instead. It is unfortunate that he had so many allies not willing to spawn sooner, but he still came out of this fight just fine. Those buffers can really come in clutch when surviving multiple enemies attacking you at once. The ability to lock on these rods even while boosting cannot be understated. Being able to instant stagger the enemy while boosting can be absolutely invaluable in this game, especially on a suit that already has maneuver armor. If you want to roll catch though, it can be a little bit awkward unless you have another instant stagger ready. The dual wield beam sabers have a pretty steady neutral swing, so it might have been better to swap to the guided missiles instead here to restart the combo. One downside the rods have compared to other combo weapons seems to be the lock-on reticle. It is noticeably smaller than ones on other similar weapons, so it requires you to be a bit more accurate when locking on. And that's the end of the match. I think that Pulsar did great here, and watching this match he sent in changed my opinion on this suit. I thought it looked a bit lackluster at first, but the mid-range damage capabilities and stun options make it look pretty nice if used properly. The reload times are definitely an issue though. You can see this multiple times throughout the match, where reload time on the rapid fire missiles means he didn't have them ready to stop that Zulu with. I think that Dezpada is an alright suit, but it is without a doubt held back by some unfortunate design choices. I have a feeling that it will be buffed in the coming months, probably for buff to the reload times and HP of the suit. But in its current state, I would say that it's outclassed by other suits in this cost, most notably the Aqua GBO1, Stark Jagan, and Master Uchiha Yakushiki. Thank you for watching.